Hello there, and thanks for visiting the Villa Varykino YouTube channel. I'm Kristy.
And I'm Matt.
We're long-standing Star Wars fans who live and breathe Star Wars every day.
Welcome to another installment of Our Week of Star Wars, a series recapping the Star Wars fun we've had during the past week. First up, just a bit of internet news that caught our attention. Following on from the Hasbro fan stream a couple of weeks back, some new Star Wars action figures were revealed at Hasbro's panel at the WonderCon event. Specifically, we're very excited about the Black Series 6-inch Momor Nadon Hammerhead figure that's going to be coming out, based on his appearance in Star Wars A New Hope at the Cantina. And also a few more Rebels TVC figures will be added to the lineup. Kanan and Zeb on Rebels logo cardbacks, and Ezra on an Ahsoka series cardback.
Yeah, not huge reveals, but it's always fun to know what's further down the line that we can get excited about adding to our collection.
No, not huge, but I'm particularly excited about that Momor Nadon. I'm a Hammerhead fan, and this has all his accessories and iconic features of his outfit as seen in the Cantina.
I think that particular modern era of Hasbro has featured mostly sort of humanoid figures. One of my favorite action figures that I picked up years ago was Infant Mon from Return of the Jedi, and that thing is just a lump of plastic, and he's just so completely different to everything else. You know, he barely has articulation because he's just so big and clunky, but I kind of get excited when I see something that's just so different to a standard, 2 arms, 2 legs, and humanoid head type of sculpting. So
yeah.
I'm very excited for that reason, and I want to see Hasbro sort of branch into sort of like the creatures, the aliens that are not so humanoid. They're a little bit more on the alien bizarre side of things. It's fun to see.
They break the mold a little bit in terms of the overall sculpting and size, and as you say, bulk and just amount of plastic involved. We're keeping up to date with the episodes of The Bad Batch as they come out, of course, watching them on the night that they're released. Last week's episode had some pretty interesting developments.
An earlier trailer teased a very exciting character appearance on The Bad Batch final season, and we finally got up to the episode, so it's not really a spoiler because she's in the trailer, but we got the episode that features Asajj Ventress, which was just so exciting. I love her character, ever since she was sort of first introduced in the micro series and the comics all the way back before episode 3 even came out, and just seeing the way that she has progressed through the Clone Wars animated series, it was so very cool to see her in this and how she interacts with Omega and the Bad Batch. I kind of wish we got a little bit more, that kind of leave it a little bit open-ended there, but
it's not clear if that's the last we'll see of her, but
yeah,
as you say, the current state of this character is quite different from when we first met her in the micro series way back when, and it's a little bit complicated in terms of things that have been happening in the wider Star Wars universe, but we've been promised that sort of a lore resolution will be revealed to us down the line, which kind of implies we'll be seeing more of her as well.
And in other Star Wars watching news, we wrapped up our Book of Boba Fett rewatch. Now, sadly, this isn't a long series with only 7 episodes, but we do get some amazing characters in there, like Luke Skywalker, having Ahsoka Tano, and of course that climactic end showdown episode with the Rancor on Tatooine. It was just really fun to watch it all condensed over the course of, just a few days, really, when we sat down to watch all these episodes, and you get a much faster pacing than the standard 1 week at a time episode as that was originally released. I think it definitely really does, it's just really gets me going seeing it all together. It just, the action comes across a little stronger, I think.
Yeah, I think that's one thing that I really want to send through as a take-home message. It's worth a rewatch in a sort of a binge format. I know that some episodes have some quirks and some bits that feel a little bit different to the overall flow, but when you watch it all as one hit, you move through those pretty fast, and you can really focus on the aspects that you like, the core original trilogy callbacks and references, and some of the really exquisite CG that does show up. That final scene in terms of the Rancor and the droids. There's some really nice work in there.
Yeah, and so now that we've finished the Book of Boba Fett, we're going to move on to The Mandalorian Season 3.
So we'll be talking a little bit about this Series 3 of Mando in next week's installment of Our Week of Star Wars, and moving forward from that point.
In terms of Star Wars gaming we did this week, I had a busy week in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, the app game. We're working through the team of Gungan characters being added to the game. This week I unlocked the Gungan Bombardier. So slowly working up to have a full squad of Gungans, and that top tier character of Jar Jar Binks is on the horizon. Very excited about that. And in my own personal progress, I recently unlocked the 7-star Conquest character character of Maul. So this is not Darth Maul, this is him later. He is aligned with the Mandalorians and things like that, and he is a more powerful character than the standard released characters. He took a very long time for me to unlock, so that was very, very exciting. Still working on some of those other powerful Conquest characters like Darth Malgus, so I'm working so hard to add him to my roster, so fingers crossed and not too far off in the future there, but an exciting achievement nonetheless.
Something else that we've been doing that's Star Wars related that simultaneously is a bit of a chore but also a fun experience is sorting through our Black Series action figures. We've amassed quite a few over the last couple of years, but they've kind of been, we've opened some of them, others have been stored in different places, and we almost have to admit that we kind of lost track of which ones we have in some instances.
Yeah, we must admit we were a little bit slower to get into Black Series collecting than some other collectors. We have got a whole room of 3.75 inch, and when this line was first released, we weren't sure how successful it was going to be, whether we were that interested in trying to collect two different scales of figures. So we just picked up a few sort of favorite characters, and then somewhere, I want to say around The Mandalorian, we started to get more heavily involved, and because we didn't really have a specific dedicated display space for them, we kind of put them in storage places around the house, and we've realized that we started to lose track of which ones we had and where they were. So we're trying to pull them all in one place and go through them and keep a bit of a checklist of what we have and what we're missing so we can fill in more gaps in our collection.
Yeah, so like you say, the upshot of it is that we will be able to identify gaps, and we're probably going to end up doing a bit more in terms of Black Series unboxings on our YouTube channel moving forward as well.
So, leading into recent purchases, two figures that we realized that we had been missing from our collection, we found them on clearance this week. So, we picked up during a fantastic sale, we got the Black Series Rogue One Deluxe Saw Gerrera for $15, and you will be able to see the original price tag for us here in New Zealand. That was a fantastic discount. And the other figure that we picked up was Magistrate Greef Karga. So we had mixed up which of these ones we have because they have released multiple versions of Greef Karga. So we were able to figure out that yes, we were missing one, and we picked that one up for $8. Another great find.
Yeah, both great characters, and in both instances we got them for approximately 80% off the original price.
An exciting find on our local store shelves this week for us were the Hot Wheels Starships Select New Wave, which included the Ghost from Rebels, the Inquisitor ship Scythe, and Anakin's Jedi Starfighter. The assortment also includes the reissue of the Star Destroyer, which we are still hunting down, but it was very exciting to find these three new ships, and we have unboxed a couple so you can see. We'll talk about them in a moment, but very exciting to have new ships. We're really enjoying both Hot Wheels Starship Selects and the Micro Galaxy Squadron range. It's kind of fun seeing different takes on the range of Star Wars ships. Very excited to have some new ones for our Starships line. And one final little purchase for this week is the Lego Polybag AAT, which is branded with the 25th anniversary of the Phantom Menace. There is only one official Lego store in Auckland where we live, so we do try to check out some of the exclusive items that they have that are not available at the standard Lego stockists around our city, and polybags are one of those ones. So it was really fun to find just something small to walk away with. Of course, we were really wishing we could pick up some of those gorgeous huge big UCS sets, but still fun to walk out with something from a visit to the Lego store.
So let's round things out by talking about the YouTube videos that we've recorded and uploaded in the past week. Last week it was Christys' birthday.
Yes, and my wonderful family surprised me with a fantastic range of Star Wars gifts because, you know, they know what I like and what I'm missing from my collection. So I did a little bit of a haul video showing off some of the wonderful gifts that I got that featured Ahsoka Tano and Omega from the Bad Batch. These are some fantastic characters that are high up on my collecting list, and they really went above and beyond tracking down some amazing pieces to add to my collection. So I'll be unboxing a few of those items in future videos, but for now I just wanted to show off some of the pieces that I got for my birthday.
And as Kristy mentioned, we've opened a couple of the Hot Wheels vehicles that we recently picked up, specifically the Ghost and the Inquisitor's Scythe. These are both vehicles from recent Star Wars media and not ones that we have well represented in our collection, so quite nice to have these on display.
In other Star Wars vehicle news, I opened up the Micro Galaxy Squadron Desert Skiff from the recently released Series 5. This is a smaller one. It is a light armor class vehicle, but it was so unique and different to a lot of the other ships. It immediately grabbed my attention on the store shelf, and I really like it. It's got a stand, it's got figures, there's some really interesting features on this one. I had a lot of fun opening it up.
And specifically, it looks much better out of the packaging because you can see it in the side-on view, which really gives it that classic original trilogy silhouette that we're so familiar with from Return of the Jedi.
And rounding out our videos for the past week, it was Ewan McGregor's birthday on the 31st of March. So we decided to celebrate his amazing contribution to the Star Wars saga by unboxing a few Obi-Wan Kenobi Black Series figures. First up, I opened up the Obi-Wan Kenobi Episode 3 archive carded 6-inch figure. And then I opened up the Obi-Wan Kenobi series Obi-Wan Jabeam outfit. This one was one of the Hasbro's blind box ones with the no plastic window. So it was really, really cool opening it up and seeing the detail on this figure. I was really impressed.
Yeah, the Obi-Wan Episode 3 version is a nice to have, but it is an older sculpt. That new Obi-Wan Jabeam outfit is, as you've said many times in the videos, an absolutely fantastic sculpt with some really, really interesting details.
So overall, we had a lot of fun with collectibles and unboxings this week, and we'll have those all linked down below so you can check them out.
On that note, thanks for listening to another episode of Our Week of Star Wars. We appreciate you taking your time to listen to us.
And stay tuned for another episode next week. And as always, may the Force be with you. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a like. Check out our other videos and subscribe for alerts about new uploads. Thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.